Hey, our elevation is 8,700 feet.
Yeah, that's only a 13.
You know, you can ride that instead of push it.
Hey guys, Johnny Fuel coming at you. I have a new video here, this time from Jemez Springs in northern New Mexico. I have a map up there, and where we parked was on the intersection of 126 and 144. And for those who are not familiar with the area, you can see some footage of some of the fire roads here. But I also wanted to point out that if you take 144, like you see here, far enough, you come to some cattle gates, and that's where you can pick up some single track trail. I don't have a whole lot to say this time. I think the video stands on its own, but it's beautiful up there. It's somewhat higher altitude, 8,700 feet. A little bit cooler on a hot summer day to be up that high. Now there's that cattle gate I mentioned. So we just goofed around and explored this area and enjoyed the terrain. That's Eli in the red and Harry in the blue and white. Harry and I each have these GPS navigation systems, the TrailTech Voyagers, so we can see each other's location. So we always put Eli in the middle, so he can't really be separated from us. We could always find him in each other. Some of these areas, when you go by them, they're just like a postcard. They're just absolutely beautiful. And here we're actually heading towards Fenton Lake. We've been there before, but unfortunately it was closed due to COVID concerns and proximity and staffing, things like that. So as you'll see in the video, there were a couple of spots we stopped for photo opportunities.
You know, you can ride that instead of push it.
I like playing with some of the different speeds here. It gives people a chance to see the terrain a little bit more without it being a super long video. I wish I could ride this fast. It might be hard to tell in the video, but we're going up in altitude on that particular section. there was a high fire risk that day. This was June, and I'm not sure the single track was open. I kind of got different answers from different people I asked, so we did ride on it a little bit. All of our bikes have spark arresters, but we didn't ride it very long, so I wasn't totally sure we were supposed to, and I guess the last thing we want to do is start a fire. Here Eli got stuck. He actually did 2 attempts up this. It's steeper than it looks. We had to help him get unstuck, and after 2 attempts he kind of called it quits here. But he really did a great job. This was his first time riding. On this trip it was his first time on a dirt bike. At this point, Eli had enough, so he went back to the car, and Harry and I did some more riding before we headed back. So Harry has a 250 and I have a 350, but I was amazed that his bike actually felt like it had just as much power. Maybe not quite as much torque, but in terms of the feel of the bike and the overall horsepower, it felt really similar, even though I know there's a difference there. His is also 2 years newer than mine. His is an 18 and mine's a 16. I think these vehicles were looking for people who were camping and had open fires and things like that. So that's a good idea. Well, that's enough for today. Hope you enjoyed it.
There's a chair right there.